let's take a look at how to find articles in the library. So go to the College of the Canyons website, the homepage, www.canyons.edu, and then click on this resources, and you can scroll all the way down to L, to library, to get to the library. Now we're at the library. We can find books, but articles are going to be more interesting for our project. So click on the databases, and there are a lot of databases that you can take a look, and they're a little bit about each one, but go down to ProQuest Direct. Click on that, and go immediately, don't go to basic search, go to the advanced search. And let's say I'm doing a project on crime and drugs and sociology. I want to find something that has all of those words. If I type it like this, it's going to look for anything that has crime, the word crime, and the word drugs, and the word sociology. I can also type it like this. I can type crime into that box, and I can type drugs into this box, and I can add a row, and I can type sociology into that box. Now, I can also change where I want to find those words. So let's say I want crime, that it has to be in the title of the document, or the title of the article. And I want drugs to be in the document article, the title of the document. But sociology, that can be anywhere. And you see all these things I can search. And if I know a person, I can search on author. Okay, I want only full text. And I do want to start with peer-reviewed. I want to start with scholarly works that have been published in professional organization journals. Okay, I may want all dates, or I may want to narrow it down to say just the last 12 months or something. Okay, that's typically what I do. I typically don't touch any of this. Okay, but you always want full text, because there's no point in getting an article if you only get 2 lines about it. So then I'm going to click over here on search. And it's telling me, oh, I only got 1 result. So I really narrowed it down by that last 12 months. Okay. So I have the drug crime connection, adolescent and adult respondents, interaction versus addiction. And maybe I think, wow, that sounds perfect. So I can click over here and I can email it to myself. Oops, sorry. I can check it. Then I can click over here to email it to myself. And I can type in my email address. Okay. Or, of course, I can save it on my computer or print it. I can also click here to cite it, and I can tell it what I want. So we want the most current APA. It's not going to necessarily be correct. And again, we don't need the DOI if we have all the information, which we do. We have the author, date, title of the work, title of the journal with its volume number. This one has an issue number, and the pages. So this one actually is cited perfectly in APA format. They are not always. So you do need to check them. Okay. So we're done with that. We can close that. So let's say I want to take a look at this. I have a choice between full text and full text PDF. So let's take a look at each of these, opening them in new windows. So here's the full text. Tables are sometimes a little odd. Charts and graphs and things like that are sometimes a little odd. I don't know what page anything is on. It runs all the way through one giant document. So if I have the option, I always want to do the PDF, because the PDF looks exactly, oh, and that one went away. So apparently that one, I don't know if I can't get that one. That one looks exactly like it does in the journal. I have page numbers. I have everything exactly how it looks. See, the tables are a little better. I also typically on the first page will have everything I need. So I have the author. I have the title of the work, and it has a title and a subtitle. I have the journal, which is Journal of Drug Issues in this case. I have the year 2017. I have, come on. trying to get the right size so that we can see it. I have the year, I have the volume number, which is 47, the issue number is 2, and the pages are 205 to 216. So I have all the information that I need to create my APA citation. Okay. Now, when I'm reading this article, I might be reading this, and this is really interesting, right? So I'm reading this paragraph. Where does the sentence end? This is a very long sentence. Okay. So I'm reading this very long sentence, and I find this interesting information from Walters 2014a or from Mulvey 2012. So if I think this is really interesting, I need to go find this Walters 2014a. So I go all the way down to the bottom, and I find Walters, and Walters writes an awful lot of stuff. So Walters has got 2 in 2014, 2 in 2015, 1 in 2016. So that's a good example of the AB. So this one, 2014A, was a journal article, but this one was a book that he or she wrote. Okay, but let's say it's this journal article that I want. So I could copy part of the title, right? I could copy part of the title. I could go back to my search, right? And I could click back to search again, and I could put that in. And I want that in the title, document title. And again, I only want full text, and I'm going to click OK or search. And let's see if we find it. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have it here. Oh, wait, we've got and in there. Let's try that in the document title. We don't have everything, okay? So crime and substance misuse in delinquency. So we don't really have everything. But I know that this person, Walters, does a lot of writing in the area I want. So I'm going to do Walters in the author, and I'm going to see what I can find. And remember when I went here, Walters was GD. So Jeff is not who I'm looking for. In fact, I'm not finding any GD Walters. The Last Samurai, so there's all kinds of stuff. We don't have everything, unfortunately. So let's say I really wanted to use this information that I said. I would not cite Walters. I would say, according to Walters, based on what I read up above. And then I would say, as cited in this particular article. So wherever it was that I was reading about Walters, it was down here somewhere, right? So this is what they said about Walters. Actually, I think this is the part right here it said about Walters. I would read that. I would put it in my own words. And then instead of this, I would put in parentheses, as cited in, and then as cited in this article, as cited in, oh, well, this is Walters. It's the same person, but it's not this article. It's another article. So it would be as cited in Walters 2017. Okay. Often it's not the same person. All right. And all of that information is in your APA guide. So make sure you check that out. So in any event, you can take a look at your search results and see what you get, see what you like, see where you want to research, right? So you can modify the search and you can change it to, you know, different search terms, different dates, but always, always, always check full text. And it's a good idea to check with, to try and look at peer-reviewed first, because we know these are scholarly sources. If you have any questions, ask the librarians if they can help you. Also, if you go back to the main library page, we have an Ask the Librarian. And you just type in your email address and you type your question for the librarian. I'm looking for, you know, something on crime and drugs. I tried the ProQuest database at College of the Canyons and I'm not finding anything. So these librarians are all over the country. And there's always someone on duty, and they're super helpful. I've used them for personal things I've been looking for, so not even for school stuff. School stuff, I usually just go into our library, but I was looking for something over the weekend, and the Ask a Librarian was very, very helpful. Okay, Have a great day, and I hope you're having fun working on your projects.